Hi, this is Marimuthu Kannivadi. We are going to see the live session of heart work safety. The heart work safety is always very important because it's a vital to prevent any kind of accidents, incidents, fire, loss, everything. It's a proactive measure safety. Because of these hard works in construction industries or in manufacturing industries, any kind of industries, it's because of these hard works, lot of big accidental fires, big incidents, loss, human life loss. So everywhere it's happening. Especially for the oil and gas industries, flammable gas and liquids, those all, wherever the companies are using the flammable items, where these hot works play a major role for any kind of accidents, incidents, fire and loss. You see, the most of the accidents, incidents are causing because of human error and carelessness. This human error and carelessness is the main area we have to see and we have to carefully consider. You see, the hard works is always there for all kinds of oil and gas, construction, manufacturing, facilities, everywhere. So, what is hard work? The hard work is always producing the heat. Wherever the activity is producing the enormous heat is said to be the hard work. Whether it's a welding, cutting, grinding, and combustible material using, and heat producing, spark producing areas. And wherever the heat generation, welding, cutting, grinding, then you have a heat producing activities, open flames and heat spreads. Because of these hot activities, there is a chance of, big chances of fire. So welding, cutting, gas cutting, grinding, any kind of the spark coming from the activities, that is heat, easily catch up the fire. So that's why in any kind of industries, the hard work play a major role to prevent any kind of accidents, incidents. You see, wherever you go, there should be a hard work permit required for any kind of hard work. Because the people don't know how to act, and human error, carelessness is a major part. Because of that one, they easily fire catching. So we have to know what is hazard, what is precautions because of the hard work. As I said, the hard work is always heat generating activities, cutting, welding, grinding, everything. So, what are the hazards in this? There is a fire or explosion because of the welding activity, because of the cutting activity, because of the grinding activity, the heat produced, maybe fire will come or explosion will come. Then flammable gases. If nearby flammable gases are there, if this heat may be touched there, then immediately there is a chance of explosion or fire. And also, the LPG and some other gases used for cutting purpose, that compressed gases are always dangerous. If some spark go and touch or misused somewhere, then there is a chance of big explosions. Then ignition of combustible material, So if there is a combustible materials nearby the welding area, gasketing area, for example, someone keeping the wood, someone keeping the flammable liquid, someone keeping the gases, someone keeping the all flammable materials like fire catching materials, then one spark, knowingly, unknowingly, carelessly, it go and touch it, then there is a chance of fire. Because nobody knows what will happen. Because the person working for welding, cutting, what they will do? They normally work their activities, they do their job. But when it goes to the normally the combustible material that easily catch the fire without knowing the work people. So it's very important to know the ignition combustible material and the burn and the heat stress. Then it's all hazards of the hard work safety. So how it's burn come? In case of any fire, anything touched in the welding area, anything touched in your body, then easily burn will come because of the heat. So I know my experience in one of my sites in foreign, outside the country, then you can see the people, welding people unknowingly, done something, then catch up the fire on his coverall. And the overall, the coverall and also his food gets burned because his carelessness. So, when without training, whether he is a welder, whether he is a cutter, whether he is a grinder, the professional safety training and professional work only speak up. If they are not professional, being a safety officer, you should not allow the people to do the job. So when you are doing this job, then they carelessly do the thing, they can get burned out, they get injuries, they get accidents. So whenever a person coming for a welding, gasketing, grinding, he must be professional trained person. After that, he has to give the proper safety training. After giving the training and give the full PPEs, helmet, coverall, apron, then gloves, insulated gloves for gas cutters, welding and grinding, boot, insulated boot, that is heavy boot. It means angle boot. Then you have to give the all kinds of mask, rubber mask, that we can get it as a respirators, chemical mask for gas cutting and welding purpose in a continuous manner, and sealed, the welding sealed required. So all PPEs you have to provide, and also have to check the regulators, gas cylinder regulators, tally. Then whether he is carrying the first aid, fire extinguishers, fire blanket. These are the things he must be make sure whether all the items there for his work, for welding, gasketing and grinding or any kind of heat works. So you have any questions in between, you can ask. I can answer for that. Then we are talking about hazards. Here burn and hot, burn and heat. Then eye injuries, then poor ventilation and noise. These are the hazards. It will burn and then eye injuries will happen because of the gasketing, welding, grinding. Eye injuries will happen. Then if the ventilation is poor, there is no exchange of gases, there is no oxygen. So power gases is there now, then ventilation is not there, there is a chance of explosion, fire. And also the person working for gasketing, welding and other works, he gets exhausted because of poor ventilations. Then noise. So normally when the grinding activity is happening, that time what will happen? Noise will happen. So you have to see the noise is there or not. These are all hazards. What hazards? Hard work hazards. Because of this hazards, you have to take the precautions. What are the precautions you have to take? Then you have to call work permit. There should be permit to work system. In that hard work permit you have to get it. So hard work permit, how they will get it? Based on the safety department and safety officer, they will check all the requirements, safety requirements, whether fire blanket is there, fire extinguisher is there, first aid is there, and then all the PPEs are there. Fire watcher must be there. Who is then he has to check the areas whether combustible material and flammable materials are there or not. Then everything checked. Then only they will give the hot work permit. We can say permit to work system. In that hot work permit is one of the precautions. In oil and gas industries and major big industries and all, what they will do, without permit to work system, they will not allow you to work. So all kinds of activity, each and every activity needs a PTW, permit to work system. In this permit to work system, for welding, gasketing and any kind of heat generating activities, you have to get the hot work permit. In that hot work permit, they will check all the requirements, everything passed, they will give the permit. Whether subcontractor or contractor or whoever may be, this hot work permit they have to get, and then there should be inspector is there. He will always inspect the area, and then after safety inspector inspect the areas before activity, and after the activity also he will inspect what is there, and the precautions also, fire blanket and barriers. Wherever the gasketing, welding, grinding is there, there should be a shielding or barricades, the hard work happening. There should be a nameplate or shield or barrier, fencing. These kinds, then only you have to make sure there should not be a fire. So the fire blankets and barriers also there, and ventilation. Make sure the area must be ventilated. It should not be poor ventilation. That area must be always fully ventilated. If a closed environment means if there is no ventilation, then chances of fire, chances of the accidents, incidents. If the ventilation is there, free movement of oxygens will go and come, then easily do the job. And heat also, overheat also will go out. So the ventilation is also one of the precautions. Then use PPE. As I said, you have to use the whether gasketing, welding, grinding activities required full PPEs, hard hat, goggles, big goggles. Then ear plugs or ear muff or ear plug. Then mask. For overheat generations, you have to use the chemical mask, that is activated carbon containing mask. Respirators. Otherwise, normal work means normal mask. Dust mask is enough in case normal small activities in the yard areas. But if the area is congested and the heavy work and the continuous work means you have to wear the chemical mask for grinding, gas cutting. And also grinding purpose needs a shield, and also for welding requires shield, and also cutting also required shield because for the protection of eyes. Then you have to use the full PPEs, fire extinguishers and fire watch and noise timer. So why these are required? Fire extinguishers already. Whenever gas cutting, welding and grinding work is there, there should be a fire extinguisher and there should be a first aid and then there should be a fire watcher. So for the hot work permit, what they will do, they normally keep the fire watcher. He will watch always in oil and gas or construction areas. If big mass areas, always the fire watcher, he always watch the area and also he will note what will happen. Once completed, this fire watcher only give the report. Then the noise timer. So in case the grinding activity, then welding activity produce some noise. Especially for the grinding activity, noise, enormous noise will generate. So this noise measured by the dB meter. If the noise above 75 decibel, then there is a asked to stop sometime. In between stop and work, and noise also monitored and give the earplugs, earmuff for ear protection side. So these are the precautions of the hot work safety. Here the hazards, here the precautions. So these are the things normally for hot work people will do. So after the work, monitor the area and maintain the fire watch, and more area has to be inspected. Once the hot work completed, then there should be a fire watcher come and inspect the area. Then he will report. Then safety department also send the inspector to assess the areas. Any fire remnants are there, any materials are there, any sparks are there. These things also normally they will check it. So these are the work after the hot work they will do it. So here the overall hot work safety is one of the major area for preventing any kind of fire. We have to take a proactive safety measures. So each and every safety officers or industrial people, construction and oil and gas people, they must know what is hot work. Then what is hot work safety? How to handle this one? What are the hazards? What are the risks? How we can prevent the accidents? So these are the things we must know it. So here the hot work means welding, cutting, grinding works produce the enormous heat that will called the hot works. Then what are the hazards? Fire, flammable gases, ignition and combustible material, burning, heat stress, eye injuries and poor ventilation, noise. These are all hazards because of the hot work. Then what will be the precautions? So hot work permits, inspections, fire blanket, barriers and then ventilation, use full PPE, fire extinguishers and then fire watcher, noise monitoring. These are called precautions. So hot work, what is hot work? What are the hazards? What are the precautions? Then after the work, maintain the area. Maintain the area as it is, and also fire watcher will monitor everything and give the report. Then work area has to be cleaned, housekeeping done properly, because to avoid any kind of accidents because of the hot works. So this is the simple briefing about the hot work safety. So this is a brief to know what is hot work, what is hot work safety, what are the procedures following the hot work permit time, what are the PPEs we have to wear, how to contain the fire, how to control the fire, how the noise is generated, what kind of noise PPEs we have to wear. Then after the completion of work, what will be the procedures? These are all the things we have seen. Being a safety officer, these things are must to know. You have to know it, and these things help you to improve your safety standards, especially construction, oil and gas, chemical industries, flammable liquids areas, oil terminals. These all the areas when hard work is happening, there should be a proper way of doing the hard work. Hard work, the lot of companies suffering because of the accidents, fire, explosions, because of not knowing the procedures of hard work and not knowing that compressed cylinders, compressed gas and explosive materials issues. So these all the things makes only the big accidents and loss. So being a safety officer, when you doing the when you know the what is hard work safety, what is hard work, what are the hazards, what are the different kinds of precautions we can take, and then after the work what will be the final output. These all the things will make a good input, and this will give you the overall knowledge and be proactive on safety. So if you have any doubt, just send me the comments about the hard work safety things. If you are still not subscribed, subscribe for this channel for continuous live and all the health and safety and environment informations, updates and live sessions, trainings. You will get it, especially for behavior based trainings. So we are going to start the series also, different topic series. So just you have any doubts, you just message me any through the communications and comments. So your comments always welcomed. Subscribe for more support and encouragements. Thank you for attending the live sessions. Thank you.